God caused Adam to fall asleep, and he performed the first surgery by taking a rib from Adam and created a woman called Eve out of it. God did not make Eve from Adam's head to be above him or from his feet to be below him. He made her from Adam's rib to be beside him and with him. Hello everyone, welcome back. 2 weeks ago we concluded, about 3 weeks ago or so, we concluded series on relationships. And then I started a preamble of this marriage series by telling my own story and of marriage. If you have not watched that one, it's on my channel. You can go back and watch that story of myself, because this marriage series I'm going to be starting from today will be based on, obviously, what we all understand as marriage, and I'll be chipping in my own experiences as I go along. For those of you who are not are new to this channel, because I see I've got quite a number of new people in the channel, just to introduce myself a little bit as we go into this marriage series proper. My name is Mrs. Ife Ezrin. I'm based here in United Kingdom with my husband. We have 4 grown-up sons who are all independent, and I've been married for so many years. I think I've got enough experience on marriage to be able to go on with this series based on my own experience and the experience I've got from other people who I've interacted with over the years. So let's go straight to it. What actually is marriage? Anybody who can describe marriage in various ways, union between two people and all the rest of it, although I know that marriage has been described in so many ways and taken in so many ways in this century. However, I have to say before I even start that this marriage series is based on the Bible marriage, Bible marriage as we know it, not any other kind of marriage. So I thought I needed to make this point clear before I start this series, so that if you have to disagree with me on any point, that's fine. But bear in mind that what I'm going to be saying is marriage based on the principles, the way it's laid in the Bible. That's what the series will be all about. So, in answer to the question about what is marriage, we can just go to Genesis 2 verse 18, where God said that it's not good for man to be alone. And you know, it's a very familiar verse in Genesis, and also in Genesis, the same Genesis 2 verse 24. It says, therefore a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. So you have to leave and then cleave. That's what marriage is all about in a nutshell. Marriage, I have to say, marriage is an option given by God. It was created by God, and it is a divine option. It's not a must. It is not necessary. It's not necessary to fulfill God's purpose in your life. Marriage is not necessary for you to fulfill God's purpose in your life. So you don't have to rush into marriage because people are getting married, or your family members are telling you that you're too old to, what are you still doing? You're getting too old. You need to get married. No, don't rush into marriage, because it is not necessary for you to be married to fulfill God's purpose in your life. You can still fulfill God's purpose in your life without being married. Marriage is a choice. It is not mandatory. I say that again. Marriage is a choice. It is not mandatory. Mandatory is something that you have to do. You know, at work, there are some trainings that they will say, oh, this is a mandatory training. That means you have to do that training. This is not the same with marriage. There are lots of people in the Bible who did not actually, they did great things in the Bible without getting married. People like Paul, Joseph, Jeremiah, Nehemiah, Anna, Ruth, Martha. I never heard that those ones are married. I'm sure there are other examples in the Bible, but they did great things from what we read in the Bible. So marriage does not define you. You are a person before marriage. So don't rush into it. That's why I think that's part of the reasons why people make mistake, is because they rush into marriage thinking that, oh, I've got to a certain age, I have to get married. No, it's a misconception, and we have to get away from that. Marriage is an attraction and can also be a distraction. Yes, you might be doing, somebody can be doing so well, but as soon as they get married, their lives are ruined. So marriage can actually derail you or destroy your destiny if you're not very careful and you rush into marriage. That's why I did the series on relationship. We talked a lot on that relationship. That's the time you actually decide, am I really ready for marriage? Is it this person that I'm going to be married to? Because marriage can actually derail you. It can destroy your destiny. Yes, God said that it is not good for man to be alone. However, don't rush into marriage. Make sure that you are very prayerful, and God will lead you to your own wife or to your own husband. And that you married your own wife and your own husband does not mean that you will not have challenges in that marriage. There will still be challenges, but you'll find a way of dealing with it. Remember, during the relationship series, we talked a lot about communication. Communication is very important. In the beginning, I said that God caused Adam to fall asleep, and he performed the first surgery by taking rib from Adam to form Eve. So God knew that it's not good for man to be alone, and he made a helpmate for a man. So marriage should be seen like that. Husband and wife should see themselves as couples who do things together. Some people misunderstand this aspect of the rib, that the woman was made out of Adam's rib, and they think that, because of that she was made out of Adam's rib, that means that the woman is under the man. No, it meant something, your rib is on your side. It means that your wife has to be on your side and be near you all the time. So let us avoid, describing it or understanding it in a different way. God designed marriage in such a way that it offers couples enjoyment through deep friendship. Yes, you have to be friends first before other aspects like being sexually intimate, sharing your lifelong experiences, and then obviously having family if God blesses you with children, and if you desire to have children. Because again, there's no rush saying, I'll be married for this number of years, I have to have children. You have to also be ready for that, because having children has its own challenges. So today, I just want us to understand the meaning of marriage and how a woman was formed. We know these stories, we know these things. All I'm going to be discussing on this marriage series are things we already know. But because we can never hear enough about marriage and things around it, that's why I have to be saying these things that we already know, so that we can just reiterate those things. And the more we hear it, I know in so many series or so many lessons or so many people, even on this YouTube, I've discussed marriage, but I'll be coming from different angle of, one, my own experience, and two, the experiences of others I've had dealings with. And obviously, I'll be very, very practical when it comes to it, that I need to tell you the mistakes I've made and how things were sorted and what is happening at the moment after so many years of marriage. All those will come up. So today I'm going to stop you here. I just want us to start thinking about this, what marriage is all about, and what God, how God designed it to be. And then in my next video in 2 days' time, I'm going to actually look into some of the myths of marriage, what people are thinking that marriage is all about, or that marriage can do for them. That will come in the next video. But for now, I'm going to stop it here. I'm sure we have benefited one or two things from here. All these series will all be very short, not more than 8 to 10 minutes maximum. And then every other Sunday, like coming this week Sunday, we're going to be on live stream. That's when we can talk about other things that we've discussed, and you can decide to agree or disagree with me. Just put your comments on this comment section. I like to hear your own views as well. All I'm sharing is just ideas, and it's open for discussion. Thank you so much for watching. Until we come again in a couple of days time to bring a different perspective to marriage. Thank you so much, and God bless you. See you soon.